So, hello guys, and welcome to another day, basically. Great intro there. Yeah, welcome to Wednesday. Hope you had a good week so far, and this is the deck of the week, the SalvoDAD deck. Now, SalvoDAD is a bit of an old school meta deck that saw a lot of play in quite a few formats ago now, when synchros were much bigger, when Dark Strike Fighter was also not forbidden, because it was really easily made with Black Salvo. Black Salvo, I don't think it was created to make this card, it might have been, but it was pretty simple to get it out with this card. But anyway, yeah, it's just a really fun deck, and this is more of a fun deck. It's a fun deck that somehow, I don't know, is still surprisingly very, very competitive. But I made it for fun, and a lot of the cards in here are for fun, in a sense. But you could, if you want, to try and make this a lot more competitive, and to be honest, I could make this a hell of a lot more competitive for you guys if you really wanted to, which I might do later on, but this is more for fun. So, first lineup, I start off with 3 Battle Faders, really useful hand trap. What is never bad to have in your hand will always work. Really useful for the side deck Kaisers, really useful for just a load of reasons. It makes the level 8s in this deck much easier to get out. Can be a dark, which means the lights and darks in this deck, as it's a bit of a chaos side to it, meaning they're really useful. It can end the battle phase, stops all OTKs, and no one ever expects to see these anymore, and they really do work, and never bad to have them in your hands, so try Battle Faders out, guys. The cards I'm not going to go over actually, guys, are the Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning, Chaos Sorcerer, my Effect Failers, because I play them in every deck, Gauze and Sangan, kind of playing them just all tech cards, and they work. Basically, Gauze works, it's a great hand trap. Sangan searches out nearly every single card in this deck. Blackluster and Chaos, because they're just so good. Effect Failers, because I try and fit them into every one of my decks, one of my favourite hand traps, and just cards in general. So yeah. Next I play 3 Black Salvos, which you gotta play in a SalvoDAD deck. SalvoDAD revolves around the Salvo, bringing back machines to make level 7 synchros really easily, and then controlling the amount of darks in your graveyard to bring out the Dad. But yeah, amazing card, can bring out Special Summon 1 level 4 Dark Machine type monster from your graveyard. Its effects negated, so sadly you can't use Gen X Ally Dark's effect, but you can bring these out and make the 7s, all these lovely 7s, really easily. So yeah, really nice card, and it's a dark, which is great. I then play Gale as a bit of a tech card. It's really nice. It's just another level 3 to make, again, 8s or 7s when I really like, because this is a bit of a 7 synchro deck. And it means I can make Armor Master. I'm gonna nearly always make Armor Master if I'm gonna make a 7 with this card, because Armor Master is so good. It's won me so many duels. It can't be stroke battle and you take no battle damage. And it can then add wedge counters onto cards, which means their attack then becomes basically 0 whenever you want it to be, if you use it correctly. And then Blackwing Gale has an amazing effect as well. So yeah, just a great card when you need to get over those large monsters. I play 2 Cyber Dragons. Not many people play Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon anymore, because just people aren't playing Cyber Dragons. People might side them, and people sometimes side Chimera Tech as well, just for that odd Machina player, but this sees a lot less play at the moment, just because people stopped playing Cyber Dragon because people were playing Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, which meant they could just destroy Machina fields. So yeah, and not many people are playing Gear or Machina anymore. There were quite a few, but they're not topping or anything like that, so people have started to stop. So don't be scared to play this card, and it can bring out level 8s of Black Salvo really easily. I ran 2 Cyber Valleys, used to play 3, now I play 2. I also used to play 3 of Dekoichis, now I play 2. Why I've put these both down to 2 is because I've added the Gen X Ally Darks, because it's really amazing effect, which means you can just pop dark monsters like that. You can pop Chaos Sorcerer, you can pop Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, you can pop the biggest dark monster there is, just like that. And there's so many good dark monsters out there that people play these days. You can just pop, you can get a thing off Dijin if you want, and then attack over it twice with some monsters, or it's just so good. Really nice card. I then play 2 of these because they're just really useful. Just good draw power. They're both in draw power, and they both stall. Zukoichi is really nice. It's used for Black Salvo, and it's got a nice flip effect, and it can be overlain, and because it's a level 4, so it's nice. I played the Dad. Obviously I can control the amount of darks that go in my grave really easily with cards like Chaos Sorcerer, Black Luster, Black Salvo, Cyber Valley if I really need to. So I can control that amount really easy, so I can bring out Dad really easily, so really nice card. I've gone over all my monsters. That means my spells. I play Allure. Look how many darks I play, pretty obvious. Book of Moon, tech card that stop seeing as much play, but does work really well, especially in this deck when you just want to flip your Zukoichi back if you really want to. Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, don't need to go over that. All the MST really. Back row can hurt this card, this deck, and Foolish Burial, because if I need to get those darks or lights in the grave, I can just do it simply. Deck Devastation Virus wrecks this deck, guys. Basically, someone plays this and your deck is done for a lot of the time. I've got out of it a few times, but if you play a Dark World player that plays this card, just run for it, because you're not going to survive. It destroys something like 3, 6, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, I think, monsters in this deck it destroys. It's just hell when they play this. So yeah. Trap lineup is 2 Compulse, Dimensional, Solemn, Starlight, and Torrential. The traps just need to play in this deck just so you can get your plays off. It's not the fastest deck, you just need to play these traps because they're really good traps. You could side them out for other traps that you like, but just side them in for useful traps like botanist and stuff. I play Starlight Road because, if you want to know, guys, I just have nightmares and fear of Dark Hole. Dark Hole and Heavy Storm and cards that just blow up the entire field, I just can't stand. It's not that I don't want to see them played in the game, it's just I have a fear of them. So that's why I play Starlight Road, but do play The Huge Revolution is Over. Started playing that in a lot of my decks recently, and it's really good because it's a counter trap. So check that out. I play Chimera Tech, so let's go in the extra deck. I play Chimera Tech because I play Cyber Dragon, so you might as well. Really useful card, and I play loads of machines. The 7s are Ancient Fairy Dragon, Black Rose, Armor Master, Bury, Scrap Archfiend, and Eurobellum. Why I play these? I played 2 Black Rose because the deck was fun, is still fun, and made to get Black Rose out for fun. And I just love Black Rose, and I can make it really easily. So yeah, that's why I played 2 Black Rose instead of 1. I play the Ancient Fairy Dragon. It's a nice 3,000 point defender. It can special summon cards really easily. It can blow up those annoying field spells in Dark Worlds, stuff like that, and it's light. I play Armor Master, again it's a dark, and I play Gale, so I've kind of gone over why this is amazing. I play 2 Buries because I can make it really easily with Black Salvo, and it's got 2600 attack, and it can change monsters on the field. Which means big monsters I can get over because I can change them to defense. I play Scrap Archfiend because I just wanted something with no effect that has a nice attack. I play 8s, which are Scrap Dragon, Stardust, and Fort Ruler because they're really good 8s. They're the best 8s in my eyes there are. Maybe Red Dragon Archfiend, but yeah, these are some of the best 8s there are, and Fort Rulers are dark. And I play Stardust because Starlight Road, and I play Eurobellum because I can basically stop a player from drawing for 1 turn a lot of the time with this card. So it can just give yourself a little bit of hand control over the opponent. I play Leviair, obviously I can't play it that easily, but it's just because I banish so many monsters that it's just quite useful to have. And I play Djinn because he's a dark and he's got an awesome effect. Basically. Side deck is Caius, DD Crow, Spirit Reaper, Soul Release, Chain Disappearance, Goes and Match, Karma Cut, and Soul Drain. I play Caius because I play Battle Faders and he can get out really easily and he hurts so many decks. DD Crow, my side deck is very removed from play focused, just to hurt those decks that rely on the graveyard already. DD Crow to hurt just nearly every single deck there is. Spirit Reaper, I side these out for the effect failures if I need to most of the time. Spirit Reaper, he's another level 3, and just a lot of decks can't get over him, so I might play him in 6 Samurais and stuff with the Gozen Match. The Gozen Match is also really good against, you'd be surprised, it can be really good against Chaos Dragons, because they just can only play one of their attributes, which they can find surprisingly difficult a lot of the time, because they usually have a light or a dark out on the field. It can hurt me slightly, but not that much, because I play a lot more darks than lights. Soul Release, so good. If you watch the duel on Monday, you'll see how good my side deck choices were against the deck I played, which I'm not actually... I'm not actually going to... I've just remembered what it was, but I don't want to say. Watch it, guys, and you'll know. Let's just say has fairies. Yeah, it's a good competitive thing. But anyway, Soul Release, a really useful card. Soul Release, always rated as one of the biggest underrated cards there is, I think. But no one ever plays it, but it is really useful. Just in case you need to control your graveyard to get down out, really nice. Chain Disappearance, really good against Tour Guides and meta decks. Dino Rabbits, it can be good against. Karma Cut, really nice card that I'm trying out at the moment. Just means I can discard cards that I'm not needing if I don't need them anymore, and just banish the big monsters on your opponent's side of the field. And if I just wait until they've got all their specific Graphas in the grave, I can whip out a Karma Cut and then I have to banish them all. Lovely. And then Soul Drain, because it's just a side deck card that everyone should be playing against today's meta. All the mermaids and stuff just get hurt by this deck, and they're going to pay a lot of life points or get rid of a lot of cards just to try and destroy one card. So yeah, play it. So yeah, that's my my SalvoDAD. I always call it a Black Salvo deck, but it's not. It's a SalvoDAD deck. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I could make it more competitive. I think you guys could make it more competitive if you really wanted to. But this isn't for competitive reasons. I've made this deck, I made it for fun. And it's a load of fun, guys. It's so much fun. And it doesn't get trumped by all the meta decks. You can beat so many decks with this. And you should really try it out. Try out old meta decks, because if you just update them, they really work well. They were meta for a reason back then, and they still can keep up. So try this deck out, guys. It's so much fun, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So yeah, that's my deck, and this is, yeah, been it. I don't know why I'm rambling on. I just don't know why I sign off. But yeah, really do try this out, guys. Black Servo, really nice card, and should see a lot more play. Obviously, I could play a bit more machine variant of it, but at the moment, I'm happy with this kind of deck I'm playing, which is SalvoDAD. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and see you around. Cheers.